So good afternoon, students. So am I audible? So yes or no in the chat box. My voice is audible? Okay. So one small instruction. So tomorrow you will have your POC weekly test 4, right? So I'm the one who handle the POC subject right now for all the sections A, B, C of third year. Okay. So I have already posted the quiz, which will exactly enable at 1:15 p.m. Okay, for due to technical error, it may enable at after 1:15 p.m. only on tomorrow. So from my side, it is very difficult for me to track the students who are all attending the test, with the test who are not attending. Okay, at the time of the quiz is posted in your Google Classroom. It is because a bulk almost 160 students, right? I'm the one who is able to. I can't able to monitor all the 160 students. So without expecting the faculty to remind you, these are all the students who are not attending the quiz. Uh, so without expecting such things, it is your duty to attend the quiz. Okay. So PEC list will be prepared based on your weekly test 4. So PEC list means an absentees, weekly test 4 absentees as well as the students who have scored below 50. Okay, so those persons are eligible for your PEC. Okay. So I will once again I will remind here you to take your test, okay, very seriously on tomorrow. Okay, 1:15 and 1:15 I think 1:15 to 1:45, 30 minutes. Okay, so minimum actually 30 minutes. Okay, now. So the continuation of our session number 1, okay, that is PDA to context free grammar conversion. Okay, so given input which is PDA, question automata, and especially the transition function of question automata, which have given us an input. So based on some mapping rules, we convert each mappings to the respective rules. Okay. Then the step 1, we will start your initial rules, and the step 2, so for every mapping, you could write some rules for every mapping. If it is non-terminal means more than one rules are available. If it is terminal means only one rule is available. After writing all the rules, you could probably eliminate the unnecessary, useless things. Okay. Such rules you could eliminate. So here, first I will choose which is the production Q1 is it not Q0. Okay. So why should I remove this production Q1 is it not Q0 means there was no any replacement for this production in the left hand side. So just to overlook on the left hand side, there is no any replacement for Q1 is it not Q0. Okay. So that is why I removed this. So wherever the Q1 is it not Q0 appear, so I have removed all the respective rules. And then one more thing, one more production I have chosen here, Q0 X Q0. I have removed this. Y means Q0 X Q0. So consider the rule number 7. So the rule number 7, Q0 X Q0. This is the production for the rule number 7, which is the production for the Q0 X Q0, which gives Q0 X Q0 and again Q0 X Q0. There was no any fruitful production for replacing the Q0 X Q0. Again, it produces its own state only, right? So I have removed this useless production. Rule number, so almost wherever Q0 X Q0 is appeared, I can remove those rules. So Q0 X Q0. So based on these two removal, I have removed R3, R4, R5, R7, R8, R9. So 6 rules, almost 6 rules are removed, with including initial rule. One of the initial rule, Q0 is it 0 Q0. So I means already Q0 X Q0, which was already removed. For removing Q0 X Q0, rule number 3 which is removed, right? So there is no any replacement for Q0 Z0 Q0. So the rule number 3 which has and rule number 4 both are removed. So eventually I have removed rule number 1. Okay, S tends to Q0 Z0 Q0. Next, see, I will give you name to the production. So R2, this is the available production. R2, R6, and R10, then R11, R12, R13, R14. Okay, so almost 6 to 7 rules are only eligible productions. Okay. Now we give the name as Q0, Z0, Q1. Okay. So we give name A for Q0, Z0, Q1. Okay. So we give the name A. A for Q0, Z0, Q1. Q0, Z0, Q1. Okay. So I will give the name for Q0, Z0, Q1 as A. Okay. So this is for A. And so this is A. Next, I will give a name B for Q0, X, Q1. Okay. So I will give the name B to Q0, X, Q1. B for Q0, X, Q1. Q0, X, Q1. Then see here, see. Next, I will give a name C to Q1, Z0, Q1. Okay. Give a name C to Q1, Z0, Q1. C. Were any doubt? Just mute your audio. So C for Q1, Z0, Q1. Okay. So for this for A and this for B and this for C. Then Q0, X, Q1, this is actually B. And Q0, X, Q1, which is B. Then Q1, X, Q1, a different state. I will give name D. D for Q1, X, Q1. This is D. Okay. So this is D. So Q0, X, Q0, which is B. Q1, X, Q1, which is D. Then Q1, X, Q1, which is B. Q1, Z0, Q1, which is C. Okay, Q1, Z0, Q1. Q1, Z0, Q1, which is C. Okay, so there is no any new more state to naming. It's almost over. So next, I will start how to write S tends to A. Okay, S tends to A. See the rule number 2. Rule number 2, which will become S tends to A. Then rule number 6 will become A tends to 0 BC. Next rule will become A tends to 0 BC. Next, rule number 6 over, rule number 10. B tends to 0, B, actually this is for B. B tends to 0, B, then D. Next, rule number 11, B tends to 1. Rule number 12, D tends to 1. Rule number 13, D tends to epsilon. Rule number 14, C tends to epsilon. So, B tends to 1, D tends to 1, then D tends to epsilon, then C tends to epsilon. Okay. So this is your final productions. This is your final productions for context-free grammar. Okay. This is your grammar. Next, I have to write the language. I have to found the language. So production rules are here. So based on production rules, it is very easy to find the language, right? Okay. Mm. So first I will choose the starting symbol, yes. Next I will choose yes tends to A. This is the only one production from the starting symbol. I will replace A with 0 BC. Okay. Next, in the place of B, I will replace 0 BD. 0, 0, E, E, then C. Okay. Next, uh, in the place of B, I will replace 1. Okay. 1. In the place of B, I will replace 1. Production number 4. So I will rename this is production number 1. This is production number 2. Third production. Fourth production. Okay. So in the place of B, I will replace 1. So DC. So in the place of D, I will read one or two options. 1 or epsilon. Okay. I will choose epsilon. 1 C. Then in the place of C, there is here only one production rule for C, 7th rule, epsilon. So 0, 0, 1. Okay. This is one of the string which is derived from this grammar. Okay, you can derive n number of strings based on the different production rules. On encountering these strings, you have found the language. Okay, so you have found the language which is L equal 0 power m and 1 power n. Okay, where m, see, who is greater than with other? M is greater or n is greater? Please repeat. Okay, m, yes, m is greater. Here 0 power, not like that, the language 0 power n, 1 power n. So 0 is appeared 5 times, means n is also appeared 5 times, not that language. Okay, the language which is m greater than or equal to m. Okay, so this is the language of this grammar. Okay, so this is the production rule. Okay, so from the production rule, you can write VTPS, right? VTPS or NTPS. Non-terminals, what are the non-terminals? Non-terminals are S, A, B, C, D. Okay, then terminals are 0, 1, epsilon. Okay, so from this production rule, you have to write in the proper way. VTPS, what do you mean by V here, what do you mean by T here, production rules and the starting state. Okay, so this is the problem of PDA to context-free grammar conversion. So this problem is the example for PDA to context-free grammar conversion. Okay. Next, context-free grammar to Piston automata conversion. Okay. So one problem. Next. So next, let us see the problem context-free grammar to Piston automata conversion. So They have given G. Yes, A, comma B, then production rule, S tends to A, S, B, then S tends to AB. Then yes, that is BTPS or NTPS, non-terminal yes, terminal AB, production rule, starting state yes. Be a context-free grammar. So construct PDA for this grammar. Okay. Construct PDA for this grammar. So and, write the transition functions more than enough. Means write the transition function for this problem. So no need to draw the diagram, a transition diagram. It is your choice. And a transition function and also a diagrammatic representation of instantaneous description. That is more than enough for this case problem. Okay. The solution. Has one rule for this problem, which is if top of the stack, here top of the stack, which is non-terminal means, top of the stack, which is non-terminal means, you will make the operation push. Okay. The top of the stack, which is non-terminal means, you will start your operation push. If top of the stack, which is terminal means, the top of the stack, which is terminal means, make your operation that is pop. Okay. The top of the terminal, which is non-terminal, top of the stack, which is non-terminal means, you will start your operation push. Top of your stack, this terminal means start your operation of pop. Okay. Pop means removing the element from the stack. First, can anyone guess what is the actual language for this grammar? What's the language? Just based on the production rule, yes. A, if 2 times A means 2 times B, right? If 3 times A means 3 times B, right? So A power n, B power n, right? This is the language. A power n, B power n. First, I will take one string. First, I will start a diagrammatic representation of instantaneous description. So instantaneous description means we will take a string as it, right? So here I will take one string, that is A, 3 times A, 3 times B. Okay. First initial step. Initially we have, okay, at initial stage. A, 3 times A, then 3 times B. Okay. At initial stack symbol on the stack, which is start symbol. Yes. Okay. And this is your arrow. This is the initial stage. Okay. Initial stack symbol, which is starting production. Okay. Yes. Okay. This is the initial stage. See, that is without reading the input. Okay. Without reading the input, the machine can make some operation. Okay. See, first, here what is the top of the stack? Top of the stack, which is yes. Yes, which is belongs to terminal or non-terminal. Okay. S belongs to non-terminal. Okay. So since the top of the stack, which is non-terminal, without reading the input, okay, without reading the input, the machine performs push operation. Okay, without reading the input, that is epsilon move. Using the epsilon move, the machine goes to the second The second step, using the epsilon move, the machine goes to, okay, epsilon move, the machine goes to, like here A 3 times A, 3 times B. Okay. Here, the top of stack, yes, which is replaced by S tends to the production, the corresponding production, which is choosing ASB, which is the right production for encountering this string, triple A, triple B. So, I'm choosing ASB. Okay. S is replaced by A, S, B. Okay. It is somewhat different. Okay. So, on the top of the stack, which is non-terminal, means without reading the input, your push-run automata performs push operation. Okay. So, S is replaced by the production, ASB. See, next, the next step, A, the A, current input, which is A. And what is the top of the stack here? A terminal, A. Okay. So, if it is top of the stack, if it is terminal, means making the operation pop. Okay. So, why pop means A is matched with A. Here, so one matching is that A is matched with top of the stack A. So, that A is removed. Okay. So, after reading the first A, the next stage, after reading the first A, the A is matched with the top of the stack, so the A is removed. This is B, this is F. Okay, A is removed. This is the step number 3. Okay. A and A are matched using mapping 3. Okay, and this is the representation. The fourth one, top of the stack. Again, the top of the stack, which is non-terminal. So, using epsilon move, the next ID becomes, that is instantaneous description, using epsilon move, because it is the top of the stack, which is non-terminal. So, using epsilon move, the next ID becomes, so the same state A, because without reading the input, you can perform again. Okay. Yes, which is replaced by, again, which is replaced by A, S, B, one more B. Okay. Next, A and A are matched, right? A and top of the stack are matched. So the next ID becomes, next instantaneous description becomes, so after reading the second A, now it will come here. After reading the second A, this A, okay, so matched, so this A is removed. So the remaining thing, which is in the stack, which is SBB. Okay. SBB. Next, sixth position, the top of the stack, which is non-terminal. So using epsilon move, The next ID becomes the same state. A, third A, then B, yes. Okay. Which one is the best um, production rule to replace this yes? I'm asking you students, which one production I have to choose? Which one is the right one? Whether ASB or AB? So I have to replace yes. Okay, so AB. Yes, good. AB, which is the right production. So AB, which is the right production. So this yes is replaced by without reading any input. This yes is replaced by AB. So yes is replaced by AB. So in the seventh move, this A and this A both are matched. So this A is removed. Okay. So the state which is like B, then B, then B. Okay. Next, in the eighth step, this B and the top of the B both are matched. So the state will look like, so after reading one B, the top of the B which is removed. So two B's are remaining in your stack. Okay. In the next, so this B and this B both after reading the second B, so only one B which is remaining in your stack. So for this B and this B, if I'm choosing emptying by stack means just this B after reading the last B, the top of the stack B which is removed. Okay. So your stack now is empty. So this is the instantaneous description. Instantaneous description for the grammar S tends to ASB, S tends to AB. Okay. Now I'm going to write transition function for the PDA. So transition function. This is the last problem for unit 3. Okay. So from the next session, I will start unit 4. So unit 4, the first part is about again context-free languages and special form. Two forms are there. Chomsky normal form and Grebec normal form. That is the properties of context-free grammar, closure properties, pumping lemma for context-free grammar. These are all the first portion of unit number 4. In the second portion, you will learn about important thing, Turing machine. Okay, one more important like finite automata, Piston automata. One more important machine, which is Turing machine. Okay. So fourth unit, which is about the properties of context-free language, pumping lemma, then Turing machine. So this is the last session for unit number 3. So the transition function is defined as I have to write like if the top of the stack which is non-terminal means you will, without reading the input you will perform push operation. If the top of the stack which is terminal means okay making a operation form. The first transition function del of q. Here I am using state is single state. Okay, this is your choice. You can choose one state or you can choose two states. Okay, this is starting state. Del of the state q p without reading the input epsilon. Okay, without reading the input The top of the stack, okay, that is starting stack symbol, which is yes, contains, which is that is the same state. Then S is replaced by A, S, B. Okay. Again, there will be two choice. S can be replaced by ASB, or S can be replaced by ASB, or S can be replaced by AB. So for the second production, the same thing. Del of Q without reading the input, the top of the stack X means contains same state Q replaced by AB. Okay. Next, so almost non-terminal, which is over. Next part for terminals. Okay. That is del of the state Q on reading A and the top of the stack, which is also A, means which tends to either the state will goes to Q to some other state P, else you can keep it as the same state Q. It is your choice. Okay, so either you can choose some other state which is P. Okay, so else the same state, keep it in the same state. Okay, Q. Then what is the operation? That is pop operation. So epsilon. Pop means epsilon. There is no any push. Next, for B. Next terminal for B. So del of Q, if you are reading the input which is B, and top of the stack and also which is B, means either I can choose the same state or a different state P. So there is no any push operation, that it is pop. So epsilon. Okay. Almost not. Terminal productions are also over. Okay. So these are all the four mappings or transition functions for this grammar. So this is the problem. The given input as transition function. We are going to construct context-free grammar. Okay. So starting with initial rules. So for every mapping, you should write um, triplets. Okay. So triplets, it has follow some rules, right? See here, if it is ends with Q naught means I can start with Q naught. Q1 means Q1. So in here, 2 times Q naught, 2 times Q1. So many things you have to consider before writing the rules. Writing the rules for corresponding mapping. Then these are all the production rules for terminals. So only one rule is enough for terminals. Okay. So after writing the rules, some unnecessary rules are removed. So after removing the some rules, you can rename the production rules as A, B, C, D. So this is the final production. So after having the final production, so you can able to find the strings. Okay. So after finding the number of strings, you can able to write the language. Okay, this is the language for this piston automata. Next problem, they have given the grammar. Okay, along with the production rules, and they have asked you to construct a PDA. So PDF for transition function. So before writing the transition function, you have to choose first one string from the production rule and make a instantaneous description in the diagrammatic format. So, and then so after finish the instantaneous description, so you will start to write the uh, transition function del. Okay. So this is almost the problem is over. So this is also one of the important part B problem. So like piston automata construction. Okay. Uh, both are so the problems, important problems are 0 power n, 1 power n. Okay. Then W W power reverse, then WC, W power reverse. So these are all some important problems for construction of a PDA. So the last sessions we have seen these problems, almost complete all the problems. Okay. So today's sessions the today's sessions are the unit 3, the portion was completed. Okay. Is there any doubt? 5 more minutes for that. Okay. This is the recall session. Make it as a recall session. So recall the first session. Unit 3 starts with context-free grammar, right? Leftmost derivation, the types of derivation, leftmost, rightmost, then parse tree. Okay. Um, Parse tree means then ambiguity problem, right? So the important question, ambiguity. So what do you mean by ambiguity? Abhijit, why are they leaving your meeting? I have noted down. Okay. What do you mean by ambiguity problem? Yes, more than one derivation tree, right? For a grammar, it is able to draw a more than one parse tree means then that grammar is an ambiguous grammar. Okay, we should avoid the ambiguous grammar. So how to avoid ambiguity, which is not part of the POC subject, it is the part of compiler. Okay, so as of you, just enough to prove that this grammar is ambiguity. So either you can draw one leftmost tree and one rightmost tree. Else you can draw two leftmost tree or you can draw two rightmost tree. Okay, there are actually three ways to prove a given grammar which is ambiguous. Okay. So after this concept is over, next concept Pushton automata. How many tuples? You're leaving the meeting, guys. 5 minutes are there. So how many tuples? 7 tuples, yes. Along with the tape symbols, Pushton symbols, initial Pushton symbols, tuples which is 7. Okay. Then how many types of Pushton automata? How many types are in Pushton automata? Pushton automata. How many types in Pushton automata? 2. Yes. The thing is deterministic Pushton automata, non-deterministic Pushton automata. Okay. Example for deterministic Pushton automata. Can you write anyone a language for deterministic Pushton automata? Deterministic Pushton automata. A power n, B power n. See, A power n, B power n. This problem, which will become the part of deterministic or non-deterministic. I think the problem in A power n, B power n, you can able to find there are two possibilities for the same thing. For B, it retains in the same state Q0, else you can move Q1. Actually, there are two possibilities for the same state. Okay. So A power n, B power n. I think A power n, B power n, which is the example for non-deterministic Pushton automata. Deterministic Pushton automata, A plus B whole star. This is the language. WC, W power reverse, which is the example of deterministic Pushton automata. Correct. Because how can you find this deterministic Pushton automata means for every move it has one transition. Okay, for a single move it has one or more transition means non-deterministic Pushton automata. Another way of how to find determination means WC W power reverse, right? In that C which acts as an indicator where you will start your pop operation. So after the C part is over, you will start your pop operation. Okay, C which acts as an indicator. Is there any, if your language have some indicator means where can you start your pop operation means that kind of languages which comes under deterministic Pushton automata. For example, A power n, B power n means there is no way to find uh, actually B. One more, I too confused on this step. Okay, um, I will come again with the example of non-deterministic and deterministic in the next day session. Okay, I will give you a detailed description. But the thing is, non-deterministic means for a single state, that is the mapping to one or more mappings are possible. Okay, deterministic means only one transition or only one mapping is possible, and in deterministic means that you can have, you will find some indicator. Okay, where you will stop your push and where can you start your pop. Some indicators are there. Okay, can't define the number of. Yes, I couldn't get you. Is there any other doubt? What are all the approaches? Two approaches of Piston automata. Important one. Two approaches of Piston automata. The non-deterministic Piston automata. The best example which is W power reverse. Okay. W power reverse means non-deterministic Piston automata. If W power reverse means deterministic Piston automata. Okay. A power n, B power n, which is a part of deterministic only, because A power n, B power n means B means B. If you encounter B means then this is the indicator where you will start your pop operation, right? Okay. So non-deterministic, the best example which is W power reverse. W power reverse, which is non-deterministic Piston automata. Okay. W power reverse, which is deterministic push down automata. Okay. Thank you, students. Thank you.